Hello and welcome to this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most compelling and jaw-dropping camera footage we can find. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. Wild animal encounters, cryptids, paranormal activity, secretive creatures lurking in the shadows, to bizarre phenomena that defy explanation, we have it all. So whether you're a seasoned cryptozoologist, a veteran hunter, or just a curious viewer, buckle up and get ready for an adventure like no other. Let's get into the captures. A few months ago, we covered this animal at length. Well, we recently acquired footage of what is known to be the vampire deer. At first glance, this animal may look like an unlikely hybrid of a deer and a vampire due to its large protruding front teeth. Despite its intimidating appearance, this animal is in fact a perfectly healthy specimen of a species known as the Chinese water deer. Don't be fooled by its somewhat monstrous facade. These creatures are entirely normal within their species. Their remarkable tusk-like front teeth, which could easily be mistaken for vampire fangs, are a distinctive characteristic common to all Chinese water deer. Native to China and Korea, the Chinese water deer is a small herbivorous mammal often found inhabiting wetlands and grasses near lakes and rivers. Though smaller in size than average deer, their fangs certainly pack a punch. As to why evolution favored the development of fangs over antlers in these creatures remains a mystery. They are also protected in their home countries, hunting them is strictly prohibited. But capturing these elusive vampire deer on a trail camera is actually incredibly rare. They are very elusive, and their preference for habitats are far from human interaction. Nevertheless, it's awesome to see the diverse and peculiar species that share our world. The Alibi, also known as the Central Asian Shepherd Dog, is one of the oldest dog breeds. Its origins trace back to regions in Central Asia, specifically areas around Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan. It is said that this breed has existed for over 4,000 years. They are primarily used as livestock guardians, using their considerable size, strength, and courageous disposition to protect sheep from predators such as wolves and bears. Physically, alibis are large, robust, and muscular. They can weigh anywhere from 80 to 220 pounds depending on the sex. Despite their formidable appearance and guarding capabilities, alibis are known for their calm, balanced, and independent nature, demonstrating loyalty and protective instinct towards their families. Like many livestock guardian dogs, they were bred to deter predators. Their main role isn't necessarily to fight these large predators, but to act as a deterrent. They use their bark and aggressive posture to make predators think twice before approaching. They rely more on courage, their protective instinct, and intimidation tactics rather than their physical power to do their job. The Kangal is another breed of livestock guardian dog, which originates from Turkey, known for its impressive size, strength, speed, and protective instincts. The Kangal are regarded as one of the strongest and toughest breeds in terms of their ability to perform the task for which they were bred, protecting livestock from large predators like wolves and bears. Physically, Kangals are very powerful. They are large, muscular dogs with a broad head and strong jaws. Despite their size, they can reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Moreover, their bite force is one of the highest among any dog breed. It measures over 700 pounds per square inch. Their physical prowess, coupled with their protective nature, make them incredibly effective as guardian dogs. Like the Alibi, the Kangals are known for their bravery, loyalty, and independence. They are calm and controlled, but when they perceive a threat to their flock or their family, they spring into action quickly and decisively. And it doesn't usually end well for the predator. Let me know what you think of these two guardian livestock dogs. I added this because of the real-life footage of them in action was very impressive. A great clip here from a lady on safari in Africa. The video speaks for itself, but man, look at how strong that zebra looks. You can see the muscles bulging, its big, thick legs. It's kind of cool to see another animal escaping an apex predator. Let's watch it again. This next clip and story are crazy. This relationship begins during a jungle expedition, where a woman stumbles upon an injured python. Deciding to rescue it, she nursed it back to health, ignoring the potential legal and safety risks associated with harboring such a creature. She bought a terrarium and nourished the snake with a diet of dead mice. As time passed, she formed a deep attachment to the python, even sleeping with it by her side, relishing its company and warmth. Despite its carnivorous nature, the snake seemed to display a tender affection. One day things got a little weird. The snake would watch the lady shower, but as soon as she was finished, she would dry off and they would go back to their business. One day, however, she began to worry when the python stopped eating. Concerned, she sought help from a vet specializing in wild animals. The vet then unveiled a startling truth. The python had been abstaining from food to prepare for a very sizable meal, and unfortunately, the snake's owner was on the menu. It had been sizing her up during those shared nights, sleeping next to her, stretching its stomach out, waiting till it grew to a size that could handle a prey that big. To backtrack a little bit, the python had outgrown its terrarium, so it had free reign of the house. The vet dropped another bomb on her and basically said that the entire house has become the snake's terrarium and you've become its prey. Fortunately, the looming disaster was averted in time. The woman understood that the python needed to return to its natural habitat, if not anywhere but inside her house. With the assistance of a non-governmental organization, she sadly bid her unique pet farewell as they reintroduced it back into the jungle. Although her heart ached from the loss, the woman found solace in knowing that her story had a safer and more natural conclusion. Yeah, you didn't die. This story is just incredible to me. I mean, these snakes are so strong, she would have no chance to get away from this thing if it locked onto her. I find it incredibly eerie that the snake was watching her in the shower, but even more so that it was sizing her up in bed, waiting to the moment that it was big enough to be able to take her down. Anyhow, I'd love to hear any more stories like this if you guys have any personal experience. I thought this was amazing. Just an absolutely incredible capture here in Africa. A couple captured the moment a gazelle ferociously swam for its life from a hungry crocodile. The bystanders are all cheering for the gazelle while the croc closes in. And just when you think it's all she wrote, the gazelle kicks up and actually catches the croc right on the chin, which does just enough for the gazelle to get away. I mean, it really was this guy's day. Had he not swam like his life depended on it, he would have never made it to the shallow water where you see he was able to use the ground to spring up and kick the croc away from him. Man, it's cool to see when adrenaline takes over and you push your body to the limits what you can do. Just an awesome camera capture. This photograph and video captured in Texas on June 15th of 2021 shows a massive creature that bears a striking resemblance to a werewolf. This beast was reportedly brought down by a coalition of farmers and hunters. Prior to this event, the farmers had been experiencing a significant loss of their livestock daily, leading them to seek a permanent solution to their predicament. Once they successfully subdued the creature, one of the farmers managed to film the werewolf-like entity, which appeared to be gasping its last breaths. The creature was imposing, standing over 7 feet tall and covered in thick hair. Its claws resembled those of a typical carnivorous wild animal, and it had unusually large, flat feet. Certainly engaging this type of enormous and powerful beast would be akin to flirting with death. While this is incredible footage and this werewolf to me looks real, it's crucial to approach these things with a degree of skepticism. It's possible the farmers encountered a large and unfamiliar animal. There's no scientific evidence that this is an actual werewolf. Misidentifications of known creatures or hoaxes are not uncommon. Many skeptics have attacked the credibility of the sources and the quality of the provided evidence. One said, and I quote, "Until further verifiable proof is presented, this Texas werewolf remains a fascinating tale of mystery." What say you guys? I don't know, it looks real to me. In February of 2013, several residents of a northern Oregon neighborhood reported odd sounds emanating from the surrounding forest. The auditory phenomena were described as resembling uncanny laughter, ringing loudly and reverberating throughout the vicinity of the houses. A couple teenagers, obviously intrigued by these occurrences, decide to venture outside, tracing the source of the strange noises, and they began recording. Check it out. The origin and nature of these eerie sounds spurred a fair amount of speculation among the community. A common hypothesis proposed that the noises could be attributed to foxes or coyotes, as these creatures are known to produce diverse and sometimes unusual vocalizations. However, some residents disagreed with this theory, arguing that the sounds of coyotes, for instance, would be characterized by a more canine-like shriek, and wouldn't typically reach the same volume as the noise they were hearing. Although the fox or coyote theory is plausible, there's also a possibility that the sound could be from a different animal entirely, or perhaps even a non-animal source. More naysayers said that certain bird species like owls can make a range of calls that might be mistaken for laughter, or the wind whistling through the trees or certain types of terrain. I don't know, it doesn't sound like that to me. Despite all of these assumptions, the true source of the noise that night remains uncertain. This incident serves as a reminder of the mysteries that can still be found in our natural world, and the importance of approaching them with curiosity and an open mind. One chilly evening in the dense forests of Georgia, a trail camera owned by a man named Mike captured an image that sent shivers down the spines of those who saw it. The creature it caught was a nightmarish figure, something that seemed to have stepped out from the pages of a horror novel or the depths of a fever dream. The beast was on all fours, its long, stringy hair matted and unruly, covering most of its body. The face was a stark contrast, bearing dry, leathery skin that crinkled around a grotesque pig-like snout. Two canine teeth jutted upwards from the lower jaw, giving the creature an even more menacing appearance. Its eyes were hazy and glazed over, lending it a sickly, near-death aura. However, the piercing quality of those eyes suggested a level of intelligence and a haunting eeriness that made one question its mortality. Atop its head were dog-like ears, which, despite the creature's overall disarray, were sharply perked as if on alert. Mike, an avid outdoorsman and cryptid enthusiast, was both petrified and thrilled by the discovery. The image spread like wildfire among the local community, igniting fervent debates over what the creature could possibly be. Many suggested that it could be a severely malnourished and ill wild boar, given its snout and skin condition. The long, stringy hair could also be explained by a severe case of mange, a skin disease caused by parasitic mites that is known to affect wild animals. The upward-pointing canines are a feature seen in some boar species, and the creature's hazy eyes could potentially indicate an advanced stage of illness. Yet, despite these plausible explanations, Mike believes the creature to be something far more otherworldly. A werewolf, dogman, or some other form of cryptid. The creature's hazy eyes and dog-like ears give it a somewhat canine appearance, a character often associated with creatures like werewolves or the elusive dogman. Mike's belief and photo was further fueled by the local lore of cryptids inhabiting the Georgian wilderness, stories passed down through generations. While skeptics have been quick to dismiss these claims, the uncanny nature of the creature's appearance, its sickly demeanor, and its presence in an area steeped in cryptid lore have fed into the air of mystery surrounding the photograph, even for those who don't believe in cryptids. The image serves as a stark reminder of nature's ability to astonish and terrify us. Whether this ghastly figure is a creature of myth or a severely ill animal, the truth remains elusive. However, one thing is for sure. The image has added another layer to the rich tapestry of local lore, and has sparked renewed interest in the mysteries that may lurk in the unexplored corners of the Georgian wilderness. Let me know what you guys think of this trail cam capture. I mean, this thing is gruesome. What in the world is this? I don't even know. I feel like it could be a boar. I just don't know. Let me know if you guys have any ideas.